guys, what's going on? This is Background Noise, episode 305. We're joined by a decent amount of people tonight, actually. This is going to be a fun time, filled with friendship, and probably someone turning on another person.
Suck my dick right now.
Oh, Mark did say what I said, but just he meant it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I said we need to turn someone on, like turning on someone.
Yep.
Yeah, yep. I meant like betrayal, but he just took it to like the other place.
Oh, you guys have power buttons too?
Kyle, why?
He is slightly less slutty, but definitely better looking. But definitely boobs are there.
What?
So much.
I don't know the context. I should.
You don't need to know
Even
context.
with context.
I poked him another stream. It's okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
poked me another streamer.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna go like down our list here of people we have on the show. I'm gonna hit up the people in real life first. We have Brecken.
Hi.
Wait,
We have Mike. We have wow, I love that nose. I love that you turned into like a dinosaur for a minute. Like that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, here we go.
Mike, what's your dinosaur name?
Uh,
Is it Mycosaurus Rex?
no, it's Pterodactyl, because I don't want the P to be silent.
I like it. I respect this moxie.
Wow.
And we have Paige.
Hello.
Yeah, see, we have.
That's probably too loud, so sorry.
No, I think
No.
that's fine.
I'm real into
Does
it.
body paint count, Mark?
Okay, I'm gonna just ignore what's going on with Kyle right now. And once I get to him, we'll address.
Get it, Kyle.
All right, we have Steve on tonight's show.
Am I not good enough for you or something?
Oh.
No.
Oh, Steve, you're plenty fine.
Please don't boot me from the server.
Do it.
Steve is beautiful.
Do not fight the
Unlimited
almighty
power.
spider.
We have Ryan
Limited
on tonight's podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Ryan. It's been
Unlimited.
out of everyone here, it's definitely been the
What a
longest since
gay
Ryan's
word.
been on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ryan has
it's
not been on a while. Ryan even comes with a
I think
topic. Guys, look how beautiful
When
he
he
is.
shows up, he presents.
Yeah,
And straight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Always.
he presents what little he
Only.
has.
Whoa.
Whoa. Damn.
I
Straight
just,
up, like, unnecessary, but I respect it.
Mark paid for his life.
Yeah.
Unlimited power, you say?
Yes, quite.
All right.
no.
We also.
Out of your
Oh God.
Got him.
Oh no. It's begun.
It's begun.
User was moved
there we
I
go.
was, I was just gonna spite you by not moving back.
Yeah. No. If anything, you're like, Steve, you're spiting me by moving Ryan.
Listen, it's an indirect spite.
Yeah.
alright?
So it's like.
Sometimes it needs to happen.
Yeah. That's fair. We have Mark on tonight's show.
Yo, what's up, sluts? Guess who's straight out of prison?
Slut.
Oh.
Prison. Nagisa.
It's over here, boy.
I like, we just gotta rep that 50% off,
Yeah, we gotta
That's
run
okay.
that
It's
50%
just-
off.
Love
What a
it.
great show.
It was honestly one of my favorite anime is 50% off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Its own series.
What?
Yeah. Not free, 50%
No.
off.
Not free, 50% off.
Yeah.
Those who don't know, it is the best abridged series ever. It is
SAO
free
abridged. Fuck off.
SAO Bridge is
Yeah.
also really good, by the way.
No, SAO
You
abridged
mean
is
DBZ.
great, but
DBZ is also really good.
Yeah, that's
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Come on.
I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge.
Oh, that's like the
Actually,
original
that's a
right there.
lie. I have seen some of it.
America.
Yeah.
America.
America.
No, that was okay, never mind. I
Thank
haven't-
you. Thank you.
Ghost Are we there yet?
Are we there?
Vegeta. Tricks are for kids.
Oh, Vegeta, you self-destruct. Oh, shit.
Ghost Nappa is
Oh,
just a
God.
quality person.
It's the best. Hey, Vegeta. It's a Pokemon. I gotta catch it. Pokemon, I'm Chaozu. It's a Chaozu.
Ooh, okay. Speaking of Chatsu, we have Kyle on tonight's show.
Hi.
Hi, Kyle. Okay. Kyle is a person.
Defend is God. No, there's a little bit over there, and over there, and over there.
And we have
Throw
Nathan.
my plans?
by the
No.
way.
Howdy.
Howdy, Nathan. How are you tonight?
I'm alright.
That's the good.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no problem. Pretty sure I only asked Nathan to leave us here, by the way.
Yeah,
From the love.
It's favoritism. It's fine.
I'll just ask whoever's been on the most podcasts other than myself how they are every week.
Nice.
So it's gonna be Nathan every week.
Unless Nathan doesn't show.
And then it would be Mark if he's here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Never mind.
And if it's so Kyle, big news. You, as of this podcast, are now in a 3-way tie for 4th place of the most podcasts ever. Yeah.
Wait, who's it with Sky?
Those how should not be named.
Who's the one that's not
I
Sky?
see.
That's what it was.
I understand.
It's a joke.
Sorry.
It's
Yes,
a joke, guys.
the
Yeah, get
thing
it?
with- yeah.
Like the
Oh, yeah.
entire server, but him gets it.
But so Kyle, but more importantly, Kyle has pulled into a tie with Sky,
I am not
which
fast.
Sky was ahead of Kyle by like 7 at one point, like
I didn't
within
know
the
I was
last
supposed
like few
to,
months.
Because Sky's gay.
Not Mark's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was that close to there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Rest of the show next
You
week.
guys are a bit behind Mark though.
What?
Hey.
Yeah,
It won't be that much.
How far ahead am I?
10.
10? Okay, that's a little farther than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Where do I
I remember
stand?
how much of a struggle it was to get Mark to fucking show up
Steve
and beat them.
tonight
And then-
makes 45.
Okay.
Okay. 45's not bad.
Have I hit the 20s yet?
Yeah, you're at 31 tonight.
Oh, damn.
Tony,
Yeah.
what is my number?
126.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Proud of myself.
What's my number?
All right, I gotta go flip. You and Mike are both at 11 tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who said that they were 10?
I don't think anyone on here is 10.
Wait, I'm at like 116.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
You've-
math works.
Because I remember.
You and
Let's
Paige
sit
have
down.
both been not here for other ones,
Huh.
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
like, it was confusing.
Because
Like,
I remember there was one I was listening to at Andres' house.
yeah, and I
Paige was
think
on.
Paige was on that one, but I know Paige has been downstairs, I think, once or twice
There we
before,
go.
and then
Yeah.
everyone trades off. It's hard to, I just write tally marks, guys. It's really hard for me to remember.
Max, this is a fucking rerun, by the way.
Tony, be careful. We'll fight you.
Oh god, oh, something happened.
Yeah, we're like-
Oh, Steve subscribed to Twitch Prime.
Hey, Paige.
Subscribed for 6 months. Currently on a 1-month streak. 6 months. What happens in 6 months? Like, what? Is there anything that's 6 months long?
That's half a year.
So,
That's
Tony, just out of curiosity, how much money do you get from all our Twitch Prime subs?
Not a whole lot.
But us, in 6 months, it will be the end of the sub thing.
What?
Because
What?
Never mind. It was subscribing for
Hey,
6
Paige.
months.
No, he has been subscribed for 6 months.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, give me a second. I gotta mute.
Hey.
Alright. But, let's see. You have been subscribed to HydroxideAnt for 17 months. Yeah, there we go. Next sub is 20 days away.
I'm just pre-sending that.
Yep.
Alright, guys, let's all talk shit about Mark.
He muted
Everyone
himself,
touch it
but
with Mark.
TeamSpeak isn't muted.
Hold on. 26 times 5, right?
26 times 5. For what?
For Kyle.
Yeah, I don't get that much, but yeah.
How much do you get?
On a basic sub. For Kyle is tier 3. So I think Kyle, how much is it for tier 3?
For me, it's like $30. I don't
Okay,
know,
so
everybody.
I get I think I get 70% of that.
I can't do math.
It's actually a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so tier 1, tier 1
that's-
/ prime is 50/50. Tier 2 is 60/40, tier 3 is 70/30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you have gotten $546 from that.
He did the
Dang.
math.
I
Wow.
definitely
Wait,
haven't.
It's to have,
I definitely haven't, so maybe the percentages are wrong.
6 times 30? What?
26 times 30 times 0.7 for Kyle.
That's 17 months? I don't know that.
Oh, no, I thought it was 26 months. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I definitely haven't made that much from
17
Twitch.
months and not all of those are 3. It was only been 2 or 3 for the last...
I was gonna say tier 3 is like after some time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the last...
Hey, Paige, are you bringing Mike to emo night?
Mike, am I bringing you to emo night?
Sure.
Yay!
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Are you sure?
Maybe it's
I think you should ask again.
I think I subscribed tier 3D after I got tier 3, right? So it'll be about a year.
Yeah, definitely. But, so Kyle and I's Twitch baby is about 17 months old now, guys.
Aww. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
As long as you don't continue saying like 22 months year old, we're okay. Otherwise, we're gonna have
No.
to talk.
The first 9 is pregnancy.
Correct.
Yeah, so, like,
he's 6 months old.
the baby's not even a full year old yet, guys. You gotta realize.
Interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, in the future, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be one of those parents that,
God,
it's like,
no, please.
oh, they're 15 months old.
No, they're gonna hit a year, and someone's gonna ask how old are they? I'm like, a year and some change or something like that.
I kind of lost count.
Guys, I'm 264 months old.
260. Do you just do the math?
Why?
You did the math again.
Because I had a calculator up. And
Yeah, I might as well
Reckless.
just fucking go and check.
I have a kitty in my hands.
So,
And a little too much
20
pussy, can't do it.
12 times 23.
Literally swimming in it.
No, it'd be 12 times 24 minus 2.
It's patting his belly, he's looking at me like I'm retarded.
Now I want to do the math.
282 for me.
Okay, let's see. 12
Minus about a week. Oh.
What? You're dead for a week?
Mine would be,
How'd you know?
I think mine's 286.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're just a bit older than me, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, buddy.
Aww.
Nicole is 286 in a week.
Nicole would be, yeah. I was gonna say, because, for those who don't know, Nicole, Ryan's girlfriend's birthday is the same month as mine, actually. Yeah.
Is it a week or 2?
What day is she?
She's the.
I didn't mean to put you on spot like that, by the way. I'm so sorry.
Her anniversary is the 6th of February, and her birthday is the 5th.
I
of
can see how
January.
that can get
Fuck,
confusing.
I always mix the two up.
That's
fair.
I know my dad's talked about that before, by the way. I think him and my mom's and him and my mom's anniversary and mom's birthday are both in the same month.
Oh God.
So
Talk about forgetting dates.
it's just like happy birthday anniversary, like.
Yep, it's
Birth-iversary.
That's why I'm like, I don't want to say it out loud.
You don't want to say that you're 345 months old out loud, Kyle?
Everyone else is in the 200s, hey?
Everyone's in the 200s, eh?
Are they?
I said K? K.
No.
Would you guys be 200s? Because Mike and Brecken are 25 now, so I don't know how.
26 next month.
So Mike is almost 26.
All I know is I'm the youngest.
By that I mean
on this
he's
call.
almost 23.
No, isn't Nathan the youngest?
Yes, Nathan is definitely the youngest in here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Goofball.
Nathan, wait.
You silly
How many months old are you?
Shoot. Not using a calculator.
I was really hoping that
yeah.
Nathan, just for the sake of the joke, would have said like 26 months.
Is that like in Uranus months? Like, are you talking like far off in the solar system here, or?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so while the math is being done, I have to talk about something real fast, and I think Brecken might be doing it right now.
Hello?
Are you playing Fire Emblem right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So
I know.
the four of us here in real life right now are playing maddening on Fire Emblem.
Oh dear.
And let
Are
me
you guys-
tell you, it's hell on earth.
It's maddening,
It's,
isn't
yeah,
it?
It is
Wait.
Is it maddening or lunatic?
maddening. It's probably the same thing as Lunatic, though.
They're
Okay.
releasing Infernal in the next update, and that's supposed to be like harder
Then maddening?
than
Jesus
maddening. So
Christ.
maybe either Lunatic or Lunatic Plus, I guess.
Jesus.
It's literally you can't get through the game without someone dying.
It's really hard.
Not
We're
with that attitude, Mark.
um
Yeah, that's
I'll
the
kill
spirit.
you too.
so just
fair.
just to put myself on blast here. The first there's a mock battle at the very beginning of the game. This isn't a spoiler.
Oh, no.
It took me 4 hours to do. Brecken, would you say that's
Jesus.
fair?
Yeah,
About 4
at
hours?
least 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know how many hours it took me, but it took me 4 tries.
Oh, it took me way more than 4 tries.
Oh, I got my month!
I took
Are you playing this mode with full resets, or because obviously you're fully losing, so
yeah.
you know.
So when you fully lose, it's just you got to replay it again.
Yeah, of course.
But in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, there's actually what Divinity Pulse is it called?
yeah,
Divinity
Divine
Pulse,
Pulse.
where
Divine Pulse.
Divine
Same
Pulse, where you can actually return a turn.
I always forget to use that.
Yeah.
You
Did
sure
any?
don't in maddening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did Brecken? You've
What?
played most of the Fire Emblems, right?
Yeah,
Did any of the other ones have this?
one did. It was called like one character's spinning wheel or something like that, and it was a super popular feature. And then it hasn't come back until this game.
Okay.
So, yeah. In past
Is it-
games, you lose one character to like a chance crit, you restart the entire fucking map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing Fates. I played Fates, right?
I actually,
Yes.
Yeah.
for most of my playthrough, I think I accidentally used it once, but I haven't used Divine Pulse just because I don't like the feature.
Okay. I was gonna say, well, you're not on
No,
Maddening.
I'm on hard
If you were on Maddening, you'd be singing a different tune.
mode. Yeah.
There's, I mean, other than getting unluckily crit in the normal game mode, you could probably get away with not using very many Divine Pulses.
Oh, yeah, no. You could totally do it. I mean, I had never seen the game over screen or anything like that until playing Madden.
Manning. I
I-
saw it so many times.
I sure am humble now.
Wait, there's a game over screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And level 100 Colonel.
I am so familiar with that screen now. I'm not joking with you. This may be the most challenging thing I've ever done in a video game.
Huh.
I played on
Yeah.
a counter game that was really tough.
I've played on a CS team with Kyle, and I mean CS team. This isn't just matchmaking. I mean a league team with Kyle.
He sounds so
Man.
happy.
Yeah. And I asked Kyle. Kyle didn't ask me to be on the team. I actively suck him out and was like, yeah, you're gonna play for me this
And
season.
then on Dust, I went and bought an HE grenade instead of the smoke round one.
I got
and
really
you
upset.
lost your fucking shit.
Yeah, I did. I was so angry because the entire strat was around that nade. It was pistol round, guys. Everyone has to already bought armor.
Well, I mean, you could just buy a grenade and you pretend it to smoke. You know, you can walk around.
I think Kyle might have done that.
I did.
Yeah.
I think
And
I
we
said
all
through it where I would have went to cat. Yeah.
we all just got murdered.
Yep.
Not even the slightest bit surprised.
No.
Oh, God.
Because for anyone that knows Dust 2 at all, there's a place on the map called Xbox. This is Smoke goes Xbox, so you can just run up catwalk. And, when there's no smoke on Xbox, the people playing mid can just tap.
For free.
Tap. Your entire team's dead, and I'm, crying.
Everyone in the Denver pass the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was fun. Honestly, Kyle, this was pre,
I wasn't even the worst player.
no, definitely not. Who was on that team? Do you remember?
Me, Derek, and Hank.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And Chance, too.
That's
Right.
a hard team. That's a hard team.
That's the team.
No, it would have been Chance, myself,
Little
you,
Kramer.
Kramer, and Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a team.
I don't know why I thought they.
Wow, that
they,
is-
they played one game, right?
Holy shit.
I think it was a dust game actually.
Yeah. What a team.
What a team. God.
Yeah,
That was like
God.
2016,
You
maybe?
listed the names and I physically felt pain.
Yeah. And he didn't even have to play with us.
Dude, I was fucking killing it on train and overpass.
I remember the overpass game very, like, vividly.
Oh, that like 20 frags. I went and bought a negative. Like,
Yeah. And this yeah, I was,
I
I,
about you and Tony. It's the rest of them.
yeah.
I love Chance, but God, he can be toxic, especially in CSGO.
Yeah, Chance is believe it or not, though, Chance
He's
is,
gotten better.
Chance has definitely matured a lot since
Oh,
even, like, when Kyle
definitely.
would have been on the team.
No, I mean, I'm like, we're talking about like old Chance. not
Yeah,
new
no,
Chance.
Like free college chance.
yeah, he's a beautiful boy. I've always
He-
loved him. However,
Lovely person.
he did have a taste of the toxicity every now and then.
He
Taste?
literally the song "Toxicity" by System
And you
Down.
Good song, though.
you say. Yeah.
Something like that.
That percent is Chance.
Chance was a Zyklon B canister for most of his life.
Yo, and like I'm not gonna put any of my former teammates on blast, but I can tell you for 100% fact that Chance is not the most toxic player I've played with.
Oh,
I know that.
no, we know exactly who that is.
You know exactly who that is.
Jordan.
No, dude,
Well,
Jordan.
I can have a bias against that one.
What?
Jordan was so chill. He would just get drunk a lot though.
It was Carrot. Carrot was the most toxic.
Yes. Correct.
John Jordan's pretty fucking toxic though.
Yeah, he is actually.
Jordan is fucking hilarious. I loved interacting with John Jordan.
So I don't mean to bring it up, but like I do. A former girlfriend of Mark who sucked balls at the game. It's really bad. Killed
Yeah.
Jordan when he was drunk 3 times on Dust 2. In a row. I think 3
Yeah.
straight rounds.
That was my favorite thing ever.
Her only kills.
I want you to know. I want you to know. That was the highlight of the relationship.
Good.
I need a second.
I broke Tony with that. I'm proud.
I need a second, guys.
I was just joking.
Yeah. If I was drinking water, it'd be everywhere. I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm okay, guys.
It's funny because it's true.
No. Mark, sure, like, if I, like, had room to fall out of my chair, I think I would have fell out of my chair just now.
I'm so happy I got you with that one, Tony.
Yeah, like, I laughed so hard I have a headache now.
Oh my god.
Whew, okay, I'm good. Hey Brecken, how's Fire Emblem?
Good, I actually just got through the fog hell mission, so.
Did Brecken hear that one? Or
Yeah.
no? Was she not paying attention?
No, honestly, beautiful.
she
I don't doubt it.
she heard everything and processed it, but she is playing missions on
She
maddening
focused
Fire Emblem right
on
now.
maddening
So the
Fire
amount
Emblem,
of
yeah.
concentration that takes alone is, I'm just surprised you've said anything, Brecken, so far. Like, I don't know how you've done it. I could barely have a conversation that wasn't me yelling at the TV.
That's fair.
I got over the bridge finally,
Yeah,
and then I died.
yeah. You know, it's progress. That's what matters, right?
You know what? I want to pick up Luigi's Mansion 3.
That
looks
looks so
good.
good.
It looks so good.
There's a dog, and he can revive you.
Pro tip, if you're gonna pick it up and go to
There's a
Target,
ghost dog.
because they currently
Heal
have.
you.
We saw this because my roommate was buying M&Ms. They will give you a free bag of M&Ms with your Luigi's Mansion. Apparently.
What?
So,
I would like it.
Get
yeah.
one.
If you're gonna get it anyway, you might as well get the M&Ms.
I might as well get the M&M's. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Wait, where do you get M&Ms with Luigi's Mansion?
Target apparently.
They just give you M&Ms.
They just give you M&M's with it.
Like they give you a bag of M&Ms. Yeah.
Well,
for some reason.
Brecken, if you really want the game,
I want the game
You know-
and a snack.
yeah, I was gonna say we
I've
can
heard
go to
bad
Target
things about,
and
big
get you some, get you guys some M&Ms.
Correct.
Do you have any Halloween M&Ms last night?
Fuck you, kitty.
Was that Otis?
Oh. Yeah. He's been trying to eat me.
Like-
the entire time.
All of you?
Like my hand.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Like he's just like actually like trying to hug and just eat.
Aww.
So I'm holding like the little like the skin on the back of his neck, you know.
I think it's called.
So he goes to like reach out and like bite, like, he hugs and he goes to bite and he can't because he can't move his head. And he's like, so he goes,
He's like, Kyle, let me bite.
I just want to eat you. I don't understand. What is wrong with this?
You know what the sad thing is, Tony?
What's up?
I got invited to go to a party, and I said, I can't, I'm at my friend's podcast. But I wouldn't trade it.
Awesome.
I mean,
Paige just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank you, Paige.
I did things.
Aw,
Nice.
thank
It
you.
took me half an hour to figure out how to do it.
I appreciate it regardless. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's what
Tony,
I've been talking lately.
what I'm saying, Tony, is you better be buying some good ass streaming gear with all those Twitch Prime subs.
Yep, it's
Like,
called college student loans.
Yeah, it's going straight to student loans.
No,
I have no doubt.
Nah. What you need to do is you need to buy like the streamer chair and like.
You know, everyone knows that once you get a gaming chair, podcasts become 15% better.
I mean,
Especially
that's-
when you don't do a video podcast.
You have to bring it to
Yeah.
Brecken does, though.
Yeah.
Wait, Tony, I have
Yeah.
an important question.
What's up?
Like-
And this is like a serious question.
Yeah.
Since you're colorblind,
Yes.
could I get you a pink gaming chair?
And
And
I-
you would be like, yeah, it's a gaming chair?
If you didn't tell me what color it was, yeah. I probably would ask eventually.
No. What if I told you it was
Eventually.
That, okay.
That's, yeah, that's
black?
It depends what kind of pink we're talking about, because I'll definitely be able to tell, like, hot pink or whatever
Okay,
from
okay.
black.
What if I tell you it's like a blue?
Yeah, then we're getting to, like, hoodwink. I don't know why I told you this. This is...
I'm writing this down.
I think I hoodwinked myself, guys.
I think the funniest thing is people have brought up that they're colorblind, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, my friend told me it's like fully black and white. Like, does he know what color the sky is? And I'm like, he's
Yes,
he's not retarded.
You should tell them no. You're like, oh my god, no, he
It's clearly
doesn't.
So I'll be honest. I don't know if I should have told this story at work, but I told this story at work. I've told them that people have come up to me before, and when I've told them that I'm colorblind and asked me what color the grass is, and I said, I would be like, it's green, and they're like, ha, you're not colorblind. I'm like, no, I know I'm colorblind, not retarded. I know the difference. I know the grass is green, guys.
They literally said, there's literally a song lyric that says, grass is green. I mean, it's a quote, like, grass is on the other side.
Somebody
You know.
else's lake.
It's just like one of those things where, like, look, I don't know how stupid you think I am. Look, I know I don't come off very smart.
I think
Okay,
the
like,
funniest thing
hold on.
that you've ever told me is like people didn't know that you were colorblind because you would just read the color on the
Yeah.
crayons in like kindergarten and color the right color.
Yeah, in any art class I ever took, the only way I would be able to color things correctly is if the writing was on it. That's why I've told the story, like, where I got in a lot of trouble in kindergarten for not, none of the crayons had their names on it, and I colored the dog blue and I got yelled at.
But
Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues was a thing at the time too. Like, I'm saying, like, I really, my mom is actually very upset I didn't tell her that until I was older, because she would have went full mom mode on that teacher.
I appreciate your mom.
Yeah.
it's okay. I got brought to the principal's office in like first grade because I was eating my sandwich and I didn't like the crust. So like I left an L shape and I literally just said out loud, "Oh, it looks like a gun." And the teacher fucking like grabbed me by the ear and yanked me to the principal's office. And I'm like, "Are we that sensitive to guns?" Like,
In
Yes.
like, so, like, even the time period though, right? Because, like, how young were you when this happened?
I mean, I would have been like what, like 6, 7?
So I'm like, that when you were 6 or 7, that's early 2000s. Like, that could have been before 9/11, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole culture was very different back then. Like, I'm surprised that you got really in that much trouble
I know,
for that,
like,
because...
Wait, are we telling our childhood getting in trouble stories?
Yes.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sit back.
Wait, hold on. I got one. So one time, I was in fucking first grade, and my teacher was like, "Okay, everybody, put your food away." So I kept my little juice box out, right, and I put my food away. And she was like, "Paige, why isn't your food away?" And I was like, "It is. This is my drink." And then she yelled at me so much that I started crying in a corner, and she called my parents saying, "Hey, by the way, Paige might come home today and tell you that she cried in class. I made her cry on purpose. She needed to be taught a lesson."
Jesus Christ!
Welcome to the United States education system.
Ryan, you said you had a story?
Yeah, okay, so elementary school, it's gotta be like 3rd or 4th grade, right? And at the time, super into Naruto, that never changed. But at the time, they also were selling like the Naruto card packs, like the TCG set, and I just loved collecting them. We also loved like fucking around on like the playground doing like Green Ninja. That was a whole other story. However, we used to bring in the cards and trade. It was fairly mutual. Everyone got what they wanted. They were looking for like the specific teams everyone loved, and yada yada. The biggest commodity always was Team 7 being Naruto's team. Well, I was almost done collecting like a full foil collection of Team 7. I was so close, and I had pretty much everything. So we go out to lunch. We're out on the playground, and I noticed that one of my cards is missing. And there was this other kid. His name was Robbie. No one's gonna know who he is now. I haven't seen him since like literally 5th grade. But he's collecting. He comes into lunch with the same exact card that I was missing, and like saying, "Oh guys, guess what card I pulled yesterday?" And like bullshit. And I used to label some of my cards. I should have done it to all of them, but I used to label them with like initials inside the. On top of them being in like binders, I had them in those cards sort of like sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
And this one had it literally labeled. So when he wasn't looking, I just stole it back. And he like starts crying and screaming. I'm like, "Dude, you stole this card. I don't fucking care." At the end of like lunch, 3 of us get called into the office, and the principal is literally saying, "Oh, well, you stole his card." I'm like, "No, it was my card." He's like, "Well, all of your cards are being taken away for like the remainder of the year." I'm like, "What the fuck? This is bullshit." And obviously, being a little kid, I had no idea and had like no mental aptitude to understand that how
I'm just imagining Baby Ryan going, "What the fuck? This is bullshit."
Yeah, this would be, you know, freckled kid yelling "what the fuck" in like 3rd grade.
Perfect.
But it was absolute bullshit. Like the principal didn't even care that it literally had my initials on it, and he kept saying that it was mine. He's like, "Oh, well, you probably traded it." I'm like, "No, it went missing." You could ask like every other person you were trading with that I said my card went missing today, and it just somehow ends up in his fucking deck at like the day it gets lost. I mean, it's a bunch of bullshit. I'm so pissed. My mom did not let that stand. She came in pretty much being your stereotypical Karen, I guess, and just outright screamed at this principal. It was pretty gratifying, but I'm so fucking pissed off. Like I couldn't even like formulate words back then of like how frustrated I was. It was absolute bullshit.
So can I just say that there's an echo right now, and it makes you sound like you're even more angry. Like it really.
It does.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I was there with you now because of this echo.
So I actually have a quick little story. It's not about someone getting in trouble. So Brecken's the only one who will know who this is, but my little cousin Madden. Were you there when Mom told a story about him recently? For doorknob?
Oh, I heard about it.
Okay. So
Doorknob, I don't know.
So he's a very little guy. And he was like bending down to get something, stands up, bangs his head against a doorknob, and this kid is 5, and he just yells, "Fucking doorknob!"
No, here's the thing. I know,
I love that so much. It's my favorite story.
I'm going to get called in, and they're going to be like, "Oh, your child cursed so-and-so out." I'm going to be like, "Wow, that was very bad never do that again. And the second that we're out of school, just be like, so what the fuck did you tell them?
So
I'm like, I'm not gonna be disappointed if you curse, but you better been great about it.
I don't know why my family has so many cursing stories. However, when my dad was in school, he got sent to the office because he called a teacher an asshole. So my grandfather, his father, goes to the office and asks my dad's like, "Is this the teacher you called that word to?" And Dad was like, "Yeah." And he looks at my dad, looks at the teacher, looks at my dad, looks at the teacher, and then goes to my dad and says, "He does look like an asshole, kid." And then, do you know what the best part is? Anytime my dad got in trouble, he would just tell them that his dad was the only one home, and they would tell him to go back to class.
I love that.
No, I really hope I have a relationship with my kids where they get my sarcasm and they'll be completely fine with cursing me off, but in a good way, because you know, that's who I am.
But apparently there's a picture of me and my cousin. We were in like bumper cars down at the shore, and I'm just flipping off the camera. Flipping off the camera. Most likely. Either I just learned what the finger was, or was just doing it to sort of wave, I guess.
Oh. So I flipped off a crowd during a karate belt test once because I didn't know what it meant, and somebody told me it meant good luck.
Oh.
With me, let's see. There's a movie that I watched, and in the movie, like, and this is when I was like, I don't know, probably like 10 maybe. And you know most words, most curse words, but some of them are a little more uncommon, like bastard. So, in the movie, someone says bastard, and specifically they said, "Wow, he's a greedy little bastard, isn't he?" And I fucking called my dog that, and my mom's like, "What the fuck?"
Your mom's the sweetest thing in the world. I can never imagine her cursing.
Oh my god, no, she was. I mean, that was before my parents divorced, and my mom was, you know, not nearly as happy and lovely as she is now.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Your dad.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, it's just so funny because like, I don't know if it's just me, but bastard was a more uncommon curse word. Like everyone knew like fuck, shit, bitch, but like bastard was a lot more uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
As a kid, I just didn't know that that was a curse word, and I just said it around until my mom heard me.
I feel like it just doesn't have the same gravity as some of the other curse words.
It doesn't. Like, it really doesn't.
No, it's like. I guess like people don't take it as seriously, so it's not like considered something as, you know, I don't know, negative as fuck or bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, they're just words.
And even like in the movie, like the guy was saying it in like a joking manner.
Yeah.
There's just like, oh, it's just a funny thing to say. And I just started saying it. It was not good. Does anyone have any like bad habits that they had as a kid that they as they grew up?
I'm sure I still have bad habits from a kid that I just don't know about, you know?
I mean, I've got something that I don't even think I've told any of you.
Okay.
I mean, not too bad. Like, I never got in trouble with the law for it, but...
Okay.
Turns out Mike's a secret klepto.
Yeah. Funny you call me a klepto.
Wait a minute.
Dude, from like ages, like, God, probably like 8? No, probably like 7. Yeah, from like 7 maybe to like 12. I fucking stole so much shit.
Oh my god.
Mine was
So,
season
Ryan, it's just so funny that you're like, oh, Marco's secretly a klepto. It's like, yeah.
Apparently you and Paige are both kleptomaniacs at one point during your childhood.
And it's so funny because I remember there's specifically a time in high school, like as a freshman, that someone invited me to like go shopping with them, and they were stealing. And I don't know how stealing made me uncomfortable because I was literally a klepto till like 2 years earlier. But somehow shoplifting made me feel uncomfortable.
Well, okay, so I have another story from a kid. This one tops what I told before. But it's not going to make too much sense for the people who don't know our area, but it will be just as kind of intense. So, as a kid, I loved Pokemon cards. There was a bit of a thing with TCG for me when I was younger. I kind of stopped that, luckily. I still have money now, thankfully. My poor bank account those years.
Yeah, right.
But as a little kid, I really wanted to get Pokemon cards. My mom was saying no. We were just out, we just got back, and she was like, I guess I accepted it, and that's kind of where it ended. Yeah, apparently not. So, as a little kid, where I grew up, I lived about maybe 10 to 15 blocks away from like a Kmart. So, me being like a 5-year-old, maybe even younger than that, I can't remember the exact age my mom told me that this happened. Apparently, I decided I was going to walk 10 blocks, 10 to 15 blocks down to Kmart on a main road that had like maybe a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, completely by myself. Go down there and like I'm apparently in the store. My mom just realizes that I'm missing because apparently she left me in like the plate room or something and let me do my own thing. She starts flipping out. She goes across like all the neighbors in the neighborhood. She calls the police and she's like, "Where the fuck could he have gone?" Like she's like. There are search parties out for me, looking for me. And then she kind of just realized he wanted Pokemon cards. Apparently, one of the neighbors, off chance, saw me walking, but apparently never thought to tell my mother. So they find me. Apparently, I walked past. Kmart used to have greeters like they do at like Walmart, and they don't anymore. But apparently, the greeter let me walk through, and I knew exactly where the Pokemon cards were. So I'm at the Pokemon card section, like looking at them, like which one am I gonna get? And I'm kind of surprised I'm still alive today because from what she told me, she's like, I wanted to fucking kill you, but she was also really happy I was okay. So,
But she wanted to kill you.
to this day, she probably still resents me for that. As a 5-year-old, I walked all the way down to Kmart, completely by myself on this main road. She's flipping out. My dad's at work. Apparently, he was coming home, and this is like 3 o'clock, like a Thursday afternoon or something.
Right, you're terrible.
I love that so much. It's the most innocent thing too. Like it's like I just want Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
Mom, can we get Pokemon cards?
I had no means of acquiring the cards. It just was like one track mind. Pokemon cards must go.
It would have been even more impressive if you like had money. Like what do you do as like a cashier in that situation? 5-year-old walks up to you, clearly no parents, has the money for what they're buying. Puts it on, like, I'm sure you can't reach the counter, so, like, they, like, toss it on the counter, or, like, they're just like, could you put this on the counter, please?
I just, like, that sort of scene reminds me of, like, the first Home Alone when he goes
Yeah.
and he's like, he's trying to, like, I guess the store clerk's just trying to figure out, where are your parents?
Where are your parents, little bud? I don't know, but I have money. Okay.
Okay.
My favorite kind of customer.
I was just more impressed about how the fact that the greeter didn't like, decide to stop me. Like, again, it's Kmart, but like, this is a 5-year-old.
I think they just did not care, Ryan.
I mean, that seems like the only like logical explanation of that.
Because, like,
I'm not kidding.
I don't know if I've ever remembered Kmart having, like, greeters, but, like, I can only assume it's... Does Walmart even have greeters anymore?
Yeah,
No, not anymore.
They stop paying people if they don't.
Yeah.
Oh right,
Yeah.
no, it's security guard. I greet him when I walk in though.
I'd see, okay. But doesn't that make...
He doesn't greet me, but I greet
I was gonna say, doesn't that make you the Walmart greeter, though?
Yes.
You gotta take it up with Walmart.
Yeah, right.
You got a lot of back pay.
Be like, excuse me, Walmart. I greet people when I walk in the door of Walmart. Where's my money?
Yeah, holiday season's coming.
Reverse freedom.
That actually sent me.
Tony,
What's up?
TFT more like Pokemon. If you want to play that.
Made what more like Pokemon?
Like they made Teamfight Tactics more like Pokemon.
That's amazing.
There's like Steel type, Shadow type, Woodland. You know what I mean? There's all that shit.
It's League, but Pokemon.
Wow.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't know this after
It happened on Wednesday.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next ranked season?
My question is, who's ready for the next Pokemon game?
Ooh, that's a hot topic.
Wait, that's next week?
Yeah, right?
The
it's
game's
16th, I believe?
It's a set of fucking keys.
15th, sorry.
Okay.
Yo, you left me out of this, right?
No.
You did everything wrong.
Boo Boo Keys didn't make it.
That is wrong.
It opens doors to your heart.
No.
He's a fairy.
Ryan, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I too am a Boo Boo Keys appreciator.
I actually really like... I didn't like Boo Boo Keys until I used Boo Boo Keys.
Yo, Boo Boo Keys is viable, right?
Oh, it's the Steel and Fairy type, so...
Like, who doesn't want that?
That's actually really good typing.
Like, the fact that it's
Very
floating
good.
keys, but it has, like, the cute little face.
It's so cute.
Like, I'm not mad. It's not the worst inanimate object.
It's not literal garbage.
I actually like Garbodor and Trubbish.
So,
They're cute.
Gen 5 had the worst Pokemon, right? I'm not...
I've grown to like them more as time's come on, but...
Yeah.
They were the hardest for me to come around to. Like,
Yeah,
without a
because
doubt.
I feel like it was when they first started running out of ideas.
When I first saw Gen 5, I was so frustrated, I actually dropped Pokemon, however long it took until the sequels came out. Tried it, dropped it again, and then it wasn't until, like, the 3DS with X and Y that I came back.
I actually
So
stopped
you know
playing
there's,
Pokemon
like,
for a very long
fucking-
time after Black and White.
There is a Sword and Shield Pokemon, and now they're releasing Sword and Shield game.
That confused me as well.
Age of Slash is in the game, so...
He's a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
He is a Sword and a
The
Shield.
fucking list isn't in the game.
Furret
More than
didn't
half.
Make
Yeah.
it.
I'm so sad for it didn't make it.
Furret.
And the biggest bullshit, in my opinion, is that out of all starters that are not the starters for this new game, the only starter that made it is the Charizard line.
Of course it fucking did.
So
Because
there's
that's the only one
no
everyone
there's
cares
no
about.
Blastoise, there's no Venusaur, there's no Gens 2 through 7 starters. It's
I
only
miss
Charizard.
when they gave you every Pokemon ever.
Exactly. That's probably why I'm not gonna buy it, to be honest.
It was like when do you remember like this is going back, but like God, like Diamond and Pearl when you beat the game, and then it was like, oh, now the extended Pokédex is unlocked.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, my life is great.
Yeah, I know I wouldn't care, and most people wouldn't care if like you didn't get most Pokemon to post game because you normally don't anyway.
Yeah, unlock the national dex.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
But there's like, God, seriously, the last game I think I played seriously was like Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, like I don't know. I haven't played Pokemon. Like I bought Sun and Moon, and I just have no interest in playing it.
Sun and
Like, I played it for the
Sun
first,
and
like, 2
Moon
or
was okay. Ultra Sun and Moon was way better.
That's what people told me. It's the same with Black and White too. Apparently,
I
it was
still
a lot
haven't
better.
played Black and White too.
I actually.
I think the last game I got was what? Alpha Sapphire?
I liked Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire too. Yeah. But what were you gonna say?
Like,
Paige?
Ruby and Sapphire are like my favorite, but I just could not play Ruby and Sapphire.
I'm sad that they didn't make a fucking
That's fair.
Emerald remake.
I more mean like I like Ultra over Sun and Moon because I don't know. I just kind of like the flow better. I think there's more content in Ultra.
See, I think
But if you played Sun and Moon first, then yeah,
X and Y is still gonna be my all-time favorite. No matter what.
I like that show.
X and Y was good, but it also was like way too short, and the after-game content was like literally nothing.
Wasn't it just like to test the 3DS though? Was
Pretty
X and Y?
much.
So, I, as a little kid, played Black, and I was like, I don't really like this, so I just didn't play Black 2. I didn't play X and Y until like almost Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, and then it was like, oh, this is kind of nice, like playing through Y, because it just felt nice to have an actually like decent game.
I don't know. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my number ones.
Oh, they're
I've
so
never
fun.
played them.
Oh,
Oh my god, they're the best games.
Yeah,
Everyone
honestly,
says that, and like I'm like eventually I'll play.
My
But
only
The
critique
endgame
is that it's
content is
slow.
the most expansive, like only seconded by like Diamond and Pearl. Like legitimately, it's so good.
But
Yeah.
Brecken, is it slow because it's like the 16 badges, or is it Or is it just a slow paced game?
It's actually a mix of like, the level caps are all messy because 16 badges, but also Gen 4 had an issue where it's just like everything like it was fixed by Platinum, but like there'd be a pause before you would take damage, like before the damage roll, and then like right after it. So it's like animations and stuff would go on a little long. That being said, they looked gorgeous. So like,
I don't think I ever faced that problem.
Platinum come out first?
Maybe. Maybe what I'm thinking of is just strictly Diamond and Pearl, because whenever I think slow, I do think Gen 4. But, like, best times. Like, Soul Silver and Heart Gold are some of my favorite games.
I like the idea
they
that
were
Pokemon
great.
follow you.
Yeah, that was the best thing.
Yeah.
But nothing
Platinum's
beats
a really
the
good game.
Pokemon Underground and Diamond and Pearl. That shit was intense. I love that.
I've been wanting to just set up and do that at some point, just cause like it's so much fun.
Yo, hide and seek. It's so good.
No, you kept that shit.
That's it.
I'm glad that was my first true Pokemon experience was Diamond.
Yeah.
Kyle, you okay?
Kyle?
Yeah,
He's dead.
Kyle's dead.
Okay.
I was talking to my cat on mic.
Oh. That might do it.
That's a good thing. Start talking at the same time.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
My internet might also be
Clack move.
Well, I might do it.
I'm sorry I bought an MX Blue keyboard. It's just how
I
it goes.
honestly though, the more clickety clack the keyboard, the better in my opinion. Like Brecken, your keyboard is actually probably one of my favorites ever.
was it work?
I bought a keyboard
Yeah.
just for the click clacks.
They're
Totally get it.
Can I actually
Clickety clack,
grab
clack,
your
clack.
keyboard and do click clacks real fast so they can hear it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, we can hear it, don't worry.
It's a noise.
No, that's my keyboard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
grabbed it yet.
He's got MX Blues.
MX Blues are great. And yes, Kyle, MX Blues are fucking amazing.
I would the Blues. I think it was like the Grays I liked better.
It's gonna do this.
It was either the Grays or the Browns I liked better.
Alright, so this is Brecken's keyboard.
Oh, that's nice. What's that?
Am I wrong?
So nice.
It's like real smooth and not super loud like most mechanical
It's
keyboards.
because it's like set up like a typewriter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
There's different weights that you can get for like MX keys, and those are like different colors. Like Steve has blue, which are considered like the standard.
No, you're missing the best
red are
key.
considered-
Oh, right, sorry, cherry red.
No.
Yeah,
Cherry MX red. Right, you're right. Sorry, but blue is like a close second.
blue is standard.
Blue is standard click, yes.
And
Yeah.
clicky.
Greens are nice though. I like blues, but different.
I'd also need to make one.
You can.
Yeah, you can like order custom ones for like $100.
You can order a custom Ryan for about $100.
Damn straight you can. I mean that's an expensive night.
You're damn right, Ryan.
Hey, I know my worth.
Ryan is
I'll give you $1.50.
Yeah, that don't even have to finish that sentence. Everyone does.
It's a week.
It's been a slow day.
It's been slow for business since Nicole stopped paying Ryan.
Correct. Terrible business decision.
It doesn't help that Ryan just gives free coupons out to all of his closest friends.
Correct.
So yet again, most of his business.
What's again? Not exactly. Like I get those coupons out, no one ever uses them. So then I just keep stacking them, and I'm like, fuck, this is a bad decision.
And then
It's actually more expensive to print the coupons.
I'm clearly in the negative.
A pre-World War II Germany scenario where you're burning coupons and stuff.
I just like the idea though. Once someone uses them, they show up with like 20, and then Ryan's like, "Oh god."
Stacy, take everything off my schedule.
I am picturing Ryan in a pile of Kiss coupons, burning them for work.
Look, all I'm picturing here is somebody just walks up to Ryan, undoes their pants, and just drops them and coupons fall out. Just everywhere. Just the coupons explode the fuck out.
It won't be the only thing exploding, but I get your point.
Oh. Look, he's a savvy businessman, people. He understands how to, customer's always right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, correct. You know? Sometimes you're gonna take a hit.
Or few.
With the penis.
Oh no.
Do you ever come up with a joke and you really don't want to say it, but you know once you say you don't want to say it, everyone's going to tell you to say it anyway?
Yes,
Say it anyway.
So, Ryan, you said sometimes you got to take a hit. That's actually a special offer called the Rihanna that he offers.
Leave her alone.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Let her rest under her
I
umbrella.
can't say I wouldn't make the same joke, to be honest, but...
Ella. He'll even play her songs while it's...
Oh my god.
And he will exclusively only refer to you as Chris Brown.
Nice. That's all I want to be referred to as anyway.
Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Then who's your Rihanna?
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh god, poor Michael!
I mean,
Can I get an F in chat?
I'm so sorry, but Fire Emblem's kicking my ass, so you're gonna have to take a number.
Oh, she'll kick your ass in more ways than one.
Yeah, Will.
Okay. This is where we are at this point in the podcast.
It's called The Bad Place.
No, this is great. What are you talking about?
No, this is the good place.
Yeah, no, I was like...
That was a good show.
That was a great show.
Is it still on?
It's still on,
Yeah. We get to make sex jokes to hide from our emotional trauma.
I know I got it.
Alright, we'll do that.
I've never heard of it.
Wait, Kansas the forecast now? What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, they changed like everything.
Oh my god.
Because people were overpowered.
Versus Inferno Ranger. There's no demons anymore? Like, what happened to that shit?
Nope.
I'm assuming that's teamfight tactics you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to come here and do my math homework?
Nope.
Depends on the kind of math.
I'll do it.
People do it for fun.
If you want to write my history paper, I will do your math homework.
I'll write a history. What's the history paper on?
And, actually, it would be a history paper in the future.
Nice.
And what type of math homework are we talking here? Like
Future math?
This is math in the future.
It's called dumb math because I've always been bad, so I'm in 021.
We're plotting
but like
slopes on, or figuring out the equation for slopes.
Don't
on
act
graph.
like it's just the slopes. I'm not even on the slopes yet.
Where are you on?
Fucking this equation thing, this bullshit.
What? Let's see.
Okay, wait, what is the equation?
yeah.
This might be the best place ever to ask for help in your math homework, by the way.
Who decided letters going math? Ugh!
You should see Steve's math. It's only letters.
No, do you want to know what's so funny?
What?
Someone asked me for help with math homework. I'm like, I mean, it depends on like what type of math it is. And they're like, oh, it's probably too high level anyway. And I didn't have the nerves to tell them like, they can fucking tell me what you mean it's too high level. This is a freshman asking me for help.
Oof.
Hey, Mark.
I'm like,
Everyone in college thinks that they're smart. They don't realize that they're in college to, not be stupid anymore.
they literally said, oh, well, this is an honors level math, so never mind. And I'm like, oh, honors level math.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Mark, I think you just got roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. They failed their fucking exams, so they can.
Oh, that's so the little one.
I am hearing so much like happy spite in that little voice.
I'm gonna
All right.
I'll be honest.
Equation, let's hear it.
Mark went
Yeah, let's this equation.
Yeah, what is it?
the kid to make them lose.
I'll be honest, in this scenario too, I'd probably have happy spite if someone was like, no, it's too advanced for you, and then they failed. I'd be like, yeah.
Oh, I'm not pretending. Listen, I'd throw down my pencil and books. It'd be a brawl right there. But...
Why don't you just use the pencil and books, though?
Oh, you
Just
think about it.
give us the equation.
Give us the equation, goddammit.
I'm sitting here, I'm ready to solve some math, and you're not giving it to me.
Steve wants the equation you guys are talking about, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta put
so
out.
It's 5x over 2 minus x plus 1 equals x minus 3/4.
You know, I don't think we heard any of that.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
X minus 3/4. That's the end of the equation. You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, you got that right. Okay, so the beginning of the equation is 5x over 2 minus x plus 1 equals x minus 3/4.
That's really just algebra.
Yeah, but what are you trying to solve for?
X.
Solve for x in terms of q?
What?
Solve for x in terms of q?
It says...
She said...
It says solve for
It
x.
says solve each equation and check your solution.
So yes, in terms of Q.
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay.
I don't know if she said Q or 2.
Oh.
That's true, actually.
Is it
Because I
5
heard
over
Q
2?
as well.
Yeah.
Is it 5 over 2 or 5 over Q, Paige?
5x over 2.
Oh, 5x over 2. So.
Well, that makes this
I'm pretty sure she said 2, guys.
So we have 3x over 2.
5x
Expecting it to be harder. That was literally the thing.
No, that's 3x over 2 because you're subtracting x.
Yeah.
Plus 1. Minus 3/4, so then minus 1. 7/4.
I love the math noises.
This is how I picture Steve's brain, by the way.
2x. Divide by or multiply by 2, so then it's 4, 2. Okay, so just give me 1 second and...
So Wolfram Alpha is your friend.
I mean, you could do that, or you could just not.
Well, for checking answers, that's what I always did.
So then that's 1/5 x is equal to 7/10 x, or 7 over 10. So then multiply by 5, 7 over 2, negative 7 over 2.
Alright, I'm actually heading out for tonight.
Alright, we'll see you.
Good night, Mark.
Bye.
I love all of you.
User disconnected from your channel.
You came, Mark?
The answer's negative 7 over 2.
Thank you so much.
My God.
I think. At least. We could just plug that into Wolfram. I just kind of solved it by hand, but...
I'll double check it, but...
I don't think
Yeah,
she's double checking. I hear furious scribbling.
No, I'm not double checking. I did lie. Oh.
Plug it into Wolfram Alpha. Honestly. Do you know how what Wolfram Alpha is? It's your friend.
Yeah, you should know about that. Like I highly recommend that.
About what?
It's awesome.
Wolfram Alpha, I believe.
Yes. There's a mobile app for it. You do have to pay for it, but it's 100% worth it.
I feel like that didn't exist when I was a kid. I don't know.
It didn't.
No, it's relatively new.
Tony, I'm sending you this link. For them.
Okay.
Is it DoMyMath.com?
It's a little bit better, I guess you could say.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't work, or does it work?
Well, okay, so it plug in the formula, and it will give you the answer, but it will explain how it got the answer.
Is it setting?
Well, no, it's supposed to help you learn why it got that answer. So if you have another similar one, you can understand how you got it. So then,
No, it's supposed to help you cheat on math homework. That's
Exactly. I mean, that's literally all it does.
Okay, that's what I used it for. Alright.
Oh, I don't know when he said it,
You're
but
supposed to struggle until you fail.
Andrew said,
Sink or swim.
eat chicken in chat. I don't know.
What is that in response?
I really don't know. I just saw it now. I don't know if he just said eat chicken. I don't know when he said eat chicken.
Either way,
That's so ominous.
At least they got chicken.
Yeah. We actually had chicken for dinner too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Pat, you were totally going to that tonight. Fuck you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You just ran away.
Sprints.
I'd also like to point out, for you guys, I probably messed that up because I did it entirely in my head, so...
You know what?
I'm
Actually,
not-
I can just the packet in the back like has the answer. I just have to like show the work and shit. Hold on.
Oh.
I will tell you.
When I did math that had the answers in the back, I would just have the answers up and be like, all right, let me do this. Did I get this? Yes.
I have to write.
I wish the answers helped me do my math homework.
I had a problem with that too, because like in our textbooks, it's just like there's always one to show the work. And I'm like, I have too much autism. I just know the number.
Like half the time, like it would only show like the odd answers and never the even. So my math professor was an asshole and would always put in the even answer or even questions for homework. I'm like, great, all right. Well,
That's why you get a friend to give you the solutions.
The answer is -7/2.
Oh, by the way,
Hey.
Steve
I
and
can't
Ryan,
believe I got that.
Dylan's here, and I don't know if he's here for Terraria or not, by the way.
We should probably get going because the server is actually up and stuff.
Okay,
so-
I just wanted to make sure I saw it before I...
Shameless plug. If you guys are done and you want to play some Terraria, let us know.
What the frickety fuck is Terraria, and do you have to be good to play?
It's 2D Minecraft.
No.
Oh.
It's a lot better than 2D Minecraft.
Definitely you don't have to be good to play.
I might play.
Cool.
How much is it?
Probably like $4.99.
Probably like $5.
yeah, it's old by I guess today's standards.
It's like maximum 10, probably around 5.
We watched Kevin play once, I think, Paige.
Probably.
Store page.
Terraria? It's gotta be like 8 years old, I think.
Like that.
I think it's currently $10, but you can probably find a key on like G2A for $5.
Or I can wait until Black Friday when I'm getting all
Yeah.
the games.
That's smart.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna bail out. I'll see you guys.
Alright, see you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Bye.
Bye, Steve, and I think Ryan too is going up.
Yeah.
Alright, see you, boys. Thank you for doing the podcast. I appreciate your faces.
There we go.
User left your channel.
That's pretty gay, Tony.
I mean, I do.
User was moved out of your channel.
Now we're down to the core crew. Okay, so like, when's American Thanksgiving?
The 28th?
Third Thursday, November.
It's always that late?
Yeah.
On purpose?
It's always last Thursday in November.
Yeah, usually
fuck
it
that,
lands
man.
on like the 23rd, but this year it's the 20th.
Is it the 28th or is it the 26th? It's either one of the two.
28th.
28th, I think,
okay.
yeah. Michael, I'm so sorry.
It's
Is there
so...
maddening
let's
happening
wait
behind me?
for-
Yep.
Charge is like, fuck it.
I'm so sorry. Ugh.
Way too close to Christmas. You guys are doing it wrong.
We have a holiday a month for 3 months straight.
No! Oh, how could you say it like that?
What did you say?
We have a holiday a month for 3 months straight.
October, Thanksgiving. Christmas.
Halloween.
Yep.
Halloween's not a real holiday. You don't get paid for it.
Actually, no.
Dare you.
When it comes to that, I mean,
It's so like festive.
Okay.
You put about as much effort into it as I think you do for Thanksgiving.
What, Halloween and Thanksgiving you're comparing?
Yeah.
I'd say
So you
that.
like decorate your yard and you get your costumes and stuff?
I put way more.
That sounds like the best Thanksgiving ever.
No, for Halloween.
I'm just like,
Thanksgiving, you
no,
like,
but like
gather with
imagine
your
if you
family and all
combined
that.
them and it's like, yeah, no, I celebrate Thanksgiving just like I do Halloween. You get your costumes
Oh,
and...
Why do
People
I
just hear
remember,
what they want
like-
to hear, and then they're like, oh, that's so funny.
I remember like a book
Yes.
about like a little kid who would dress up for the wrong holiday every time. And, like, for, like...
What other fucking holidays was this little kid dressing up for?
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Valentine's Day, like, you know, all
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he would dress up for or Easter, you know. It's like a book or something.
No, I don't know. It wasn't bougie. Why?
But he clearly dressed up as.
When he dressed up in so many different outfits.
Because he was just a little kid, you know, excited for the holidays.
No,
Just excited for the wrong holiday at the wrong time.
Yeah. I'm for it.
I'd be more for it if it didn't sound like he was rich and I wasn't, so that makes me sad.
You know, never... Uh-oh. Alright, so there is pain happening over here.
It just misses. It's just missing.
This is what happens when maddening mode is happening right now. Weirdly enough, it's driving us insane. Who would have thought?
I'm having a great time.
No, Brecken is killing it, honestly. However,
Brecken's killing us.
The rest of us,
Yeah, Brecken wanted us to do this.
I am a sadist. So.
It's sink or swim. Brecken is doing backstrokes right now, and we're, like, trying to keep our heads above water, and it's just more and more water is just coming, but it's the ocean, so where is it fucking coming from? Who knows?
Especially me, because I'm playing fucking Golden Deer.
I thought you were saying yesterday the Golden Deer was easiest.
I thought they were, but my meme team, I don't know, we'll see later on.
It's just like,
right now,
they have a 55% chance to hit. They hit it. I have 55% chance to hit. I miss.
How's it go, though?
Huh?
Tell me how it goes.
You just heard how it goes.
How does it go?
Now you're making me seem silly.
He's like
a grown man raging at a video game page. There's something silly about this.
Oh god, it hurt my eyes with the flash.
I was raging a lot yesterday. There's a reason why I'm not playing during the podcast.
Brecken was playing so that I would.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm not gonna get here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Paige did that the other day. That was pretty cool.
Standing on my fucking. There we go.
Is it bad that I really want an episode of the podcast where we just set up Kyle's cat and Nathan's cat at their mics, and that's the podcast?
Can Milo join?
Milo can be at my mic, yeah.
Oh, I can go home to Harley on.
Okay, so we'll just get all of the pets possible. We can put a mic in the gerbil cage. We'll never get that mic back, so let's make sure it's not expensive.
They're muttering because they do the creepy curses under their breath.
No, we should give it to Kanji because he like fucking talks.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a lamb.
I like the concept of pet podcast. I also like the concept where it's like a live cam of all the pets, but we're still talking.
Yeah.
So just all the crazy
Aww.
bullshit.
That's
over
really cute.
precious, sweet animals.
That I actually really like this.
Wait, can I throw something out there though? When you said all the crazy bullshit, I actually thought you meant from the animals.
No.
And not us.
For a split second, actually, I was like that too, but I'm like, no, she means our bullshit. Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Now I'm just watching Fire Emblem, so I'm a little distracted.
I'm still doing math homework.
Oh.
I should be doing math homework.
Ow, it hurt
Well,
my
technically,
eyes
Mike,
again.
you are doing math right now.
Yeah, he's counting the seconds of his death.
Wow.
What does a land bug do?
A what?
Like a hex that's like rolling water.
For what?
TFT.
Okay.
So you have a water map, yeah? So if you put a unit in there, they'll start with 30 mana. Or 30 extra mana.
Okay. So that's why, yeah, okay, so Black Guy's starting at like full because he has the, what's it called as well? Syrups. Yeah, I was wondering why I was ulting immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Listen to this new fucking dating sims game that I just bought. Because I got a gaming computer, so of course the first thing I had to do
It was my dating sims, yeah.
was to date pretty anime boys. It's needed in my life.
I'm not a pretty
Doki Doki.
No, you're not. Anyway.
That part of this conversation just happened, okay.
So, I I bought this thing. It's like called Oz Mafia. And it's literally Wizard of Oz, only like they're a mafia. That's it. And then like they also have like other fairy tales in it, like Hansel and Gretel. And shit like that. But anyway, here's what I mainly want to talk about. There's a fucking brothel. And there's a full-on sex dungeon thing happening. And like one guy who's definitely trying to kill you like brings you to it, and I think he's trying to sell you off. So anyway, my life's not going great because I'm getting oh, Brecken came back. I have to stop talking.
Excuse me?
What?
Hello?
She was talking about Oz Mafia.
Oh.
She's getting sold in
It's called Oz.
slavery, apparently.
I'm pretty positive there's a sex slave.
Don't tell them about Atome games.
Why can't I tell them about
I was supposed to kill Animal Guard.
Don't
Paige, you
bring your
distracted me.
filth into Tony's house of podcast.
Well, Tony's house a podcast inside Brecken's house.
Inside God's house.
Oh.
We're in a church right now.
Can you pass my charger?
Yeah.
Because I am super duper low. That was a crazy amount of people at once.
Oh, the podcast? Yes.
That was awesome.
Believe it or not, back in the day, that was normal.
Yep.
You should even like early on the podcast, we would have like 9 people an episode.
And then
Nathan
we
remembers
this.
this.
Play 10 minutes.
We had. I remember one time in specific, we had a bunch of people, and everyone, we were in Skype, and everyone was turning on their webcams, and my poor little laptop gave out because of all the
Oh
webcams.
god! That's such a fucking casualty of war.
One thing that I miss about Skype was that when Nathan would do like whatever program for his webcam, there'd be a little ball bouncing in the square, and I would just stare at it the entire podcast.
Amazing.
Honestly, the fact that I still remember that should like that's what like we're talking about the Skype days of the podcast, and that's my first memory is that he had that really cool like Brecken, you would have liked it. I know you would have.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
With my attention span, absolutely.
It was just like bounce. You just wait for it to hit the corner.
I do that with your keyboard at your house.
Yeah, because it does like, is it like a wave almost? I guess.
Yeah.
And the lights go from like left to right, stop, left to right, stop, and then Brecken will just be like, looking,
staring back and forth.
Yeah. And honestly, it's nice that you appreciate it because I always forget about it.
Oh, the keyboard light?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, it's nice that you appreciate it. I bet the keyboard is like, thank you, Brecken.
Honestly, like, the reason I got a clicky-clack keyboard was, 1, to force me to type out essays, and 2, no bells and whistles, because I will be distracted by the colors. Colors, lights,
So,
can't do it.
you would have loved this laptop's keyboard. It was basically the same thing, but it was, like, rainbow, apparently.
Oh.
To the point where Jacob and Mark would laugh about it all the time, that the colorblind person had a rainbow keyboard, and it was just going from, like, left to right, left to right.
The proudest, gayest laptop in the world.
For the kids not here, I had to turn it off.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you're a strong person for turning it off, I would argue.
There's just so much hate and anger in my body right now.
Do you want me to sing you a song?
Sing me a song about a piano man.
Okay. Okay.
Tony, I think you're a song.
Are we all in the mood for a melody?
We've actually talked about for a
singing.
really long time about having a singing episode
No.
of the podcast where everyone only
No,
sings.
thank you.
No.
Oh my god.
I can't be there, Tony. I'm busy that
Yeah, even if I'm here and it's hosted here, I will be busy.
Yeah.
To be honest, like throughout our history, Nathan, I think you were down for it, right?
I think originally I was opposed, and then I took a year course, and I was like, yeah, that's okay.
And then, so like Nathan and I really are the only proponents of throughout history that are like, let's do this, guys. Everyone else is like, no.
Can I also be part of the...
Okay, so now a third person has joined us in our wanting to
I
have
played
this.
an entire game of Vanguard singing it like it was an opera. That was funny.
That actually sounds
That's
really
actually intimidation for your opponent.
Oh no, my opponent did it too. Then he's like, "Alright, we'll never do this again." I'm like, "But,
but it was so much fun. I loved it.
it was great."
But if we're doing the podcast like a musical, we have to talk out. We have to talk normally too. Not everything can be like, you know, it'd be like, oh, so Nathan, how's your day? And Nathan's like, starts singing about how his day was.
Like, have you ever seen Buffy the Musical episode? Because that's what I'm picturing.
No, but I've seen Scrubs when the person had like that weird disorder and everyone
Oh
was
my
singing.
god! Yeah, where everything was a musical, but she had like a tumor or something.
Yeah.
Making everything musical.
And it was just Guy Love is the one thing I remember from the JD and Turk singing about Guy Love.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
No, there's some real bops in that
I feel
episode.
safe under.
Including Everything Comes Down to Poo.
I remember that now. Just this is just a quick appreciation for the show Scrubs. I loved it.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
That was a great 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Go on, Five Guys.
Only 8.
Only
There was no 9.
Maybe. Yeah. No.
Like the one TV show I bought.
What do you say, Kyle?
The door on Five Guys.
Yes. Now because you said 5 Guys, and now I'm like, ooh, 5 Guys.
Oh man, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I feel like fettuccine instead.
I thought I made enough. I'm sorry.
I didn't want to eat too much, so I want to make sure everyone has some.
More importantly, is like anyone going out tonight?
I mean, I was thinking about running to 7-Eleven.
What?
I was thinking about running to 7-Eleven because I need a break from the insanity that is the Switch. I don't want to look at it till Pokemon comes out.
We should. Okay, next idea. We take the podcast like on a walk with us.
So the issue with that is, like, I recorded from my laptop.
Okay, well, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. We don't record from the laptop.
Okay.
You record from your phone.
Yeah, we do.
If
like
someone has a
vlog.
phone that can last that long, and we can figure out how to have everyone from
Okay.
TeamSpeak still, and
Okay, well, hear me out again. I do not have a phone
Well.
that lasts that long, but I have a backup charger.
this was on my sock.
We need to make like one of those charging backpacks like the Pokemon Go streamers have.
Oh yeah, we got
A
this.
$1,000 backpack rig.
You're welcome. I just put the podcast to a whole.
Well, I mean, are you gonna fund this new venture because it was your idea? I think you should sponsor it.
Will we finally have a sponsor for the background noise that's not Chance's Rope Company and vegan meat?
Yes, there's a sponsor. It is Brecken.
Oh, hi Brecken.
Oh boy.
This is a complete waste to get anything other than like little fries, right? They just fill the bag anyway.
They fill the bag and it's
I-
like, do you need the pressure?
So I've actually had it before. When you get little fries, they actually don't fill the bag that much.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Cause I'm scared. Cause I want a lot of fries.
So
I'm
get
just
the
gonna-
regular,
Oh.
Kyle.
Yeah, actually that's fair. I usually get little fries and it's like, it's more than a large at like Mickey D's. But if they don't like overfill the bag, you're fucked.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
wanna pay like the extra $1 for the regular.
Not the extra $2 in the load. I'm kind of cool. I want a lot of fries. I want a lot of
I'll get a
fries.
small fry because it would give me too many anyway. And then they gave me like exactly in the cup, and I was like, "This is the most disappointing day of my life."
That actually happened to my brother recently, and he's like, "What is this? Why is this exactly small?"
You can't rely on all 5 guys to deliver the perfect amount of fries.
Only like 4 of them are generous. So 20% of the time, you're getting exactly what you ordered.
Yeah. It's like, why would you give me exactly what I ordered, 5 Guys? You know that you guys go above and beyond. Every one of the 5 Guys takes a scoop of fries and puts it in your bag.
That's what happens every time.
Yeah. Every time, actually.
No, but if you order small, they're like, oh, look at this pussy. Well.
Onion, I see. I ordered Coke. I see. Fuck Coke.
You're welcome.
Kyle, what's your go-to thing other than fries from Five Guys?
I mean, bacon cheeseburger. Come on,
That's
like
a good
what?
shout. Yeah, I get the bacon burger all the time.
Burger, bacon and cheese.
I also really like their hot dogs.
I had it once. It was alright.
Maybe it's the one by us then, because the one by us was really good.
Yeah, those are actually pretty banger. I never would have eaten them had you not ordered them before.
Yeah.
They're a good time.
I always like looked at it like I want to try it, but I love my burger so much I don't want to miss out on it.
No, that's honestly fair. Why mess with perfection?
Just see it as like, why would I order a hot dog for another burger? Just so good. Like it's just like. Then there's less room for burgers.
No, I mean, Kyle, you make a good point here.
Your body is measured only in burger capacity.
Yes.
Well, it's actually, weirdly, it's burger capacity with a little bit of, like, room on the side for fries.
Oh, no, they get in between the
100%.
gaps.
Oh, they just fill in the gaps?
It's the fast food method.
Exactly. That's why I have to have burger and fries and burgers. So it's like the brick, the mortar. And the
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
There's just like a house in Kyle's stomach made only
Correct.
of the finest brick and mortar fast food.
Yes.
That's what it feels like when we're done, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
most of the time.
I feel disgusting after Five Guys.
I was gonna say, like, 100% after Five Guys, it's just kind of like, why did I do this to myself?
I feel like I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm ready for that. I'm just processing payment.
Kyle's like, that's my favorite part, actually.
Yeah.
I have burnt man now.
I'm like debating on whether I can get stoned to enjoy it or I don't really know.
No.
That's pretty high. Dude, fucking Sheldon and them had wheat cookies.
Wait, what?
Sheldon and them had like wheat cookies.
Oh.
Did you say meat
Oh
cookies?
yeah. I didn't do edibles before ever. But they made them. There was chocolate in it, and it was good.
Weed cookies.
I thought,
Now,
Kyle.
we heard meat cookies, and I was like, what the fuck?
my lord.
Get high. Get high from it.
Yeah.
It was good because I did like smoked vape, eat a couple cookies that like the vape got you high then, and then the cookies got you high later.
But then, like,
you know what I mean?
is there ever, like, see this? I've never really eaten edibles. I might have before once.
That was my first time.
But I've never, like, understood, like, but, alright, so you're hungry, right?
Yes.
You eat the cookie.
Yes.
It's a weed cookie.
Yes.
You eat it, now you're hungrier, you eat another weed cookie.
No. Brecken does.
Alright, let's be honest here. Yeah, but no.
This becomes a vicious cycle.
No, that's when...
So you also don't do that because like it doesn't hit you right away. Like because when you ingest things, it takes longer.
Kyle, every single time I have ever had any kind of edible, do you know what I do?
What?
I wait. I'm not gonna joke here. 10 to 15 minutes.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
I say it's not doing shit. I'm gonna have another one. Everyone around me says no, really, please.
Like wait another 20 minutes.
I wait maybe 5, and I'm like, okay, but now though.
That's why you get a vape, Brecken.
I mean,
You both.
do both. Back in my day.
I know, right? I just used to roll joints. Fuck.
Do people still do that?
Yeah, apparently, actually. Someone asked me the other day. They're like, because the guy at work was like, man, I'm having trouble sleeping, whatever. I'm like, Darren, like, I'll just come over. I got you. I got drugs, I got whatever. You'll get knocked out. He's like, perfect. He's like, so you have, like, the stuff you can, like, roll and, like, papers and everything already? I'm like, dude, like, what? No, I have a vaporizer.
It's like, excuse me. It's 2019.
2019, fuck. Like,
The weed industry has passed you by, sir.
yeah. Look in your living room, it doesn't even smell. Like, you know what I mean?
Welcome to the future. Everything else
Future is
sucks,
that.
but I mean...
Correct.
But look at this neat vape pen.
Wow. It's not a pen. What?
Well, actually,
Wow.
a lot of people I know have like the pens.
Oh, okay. No, it's like I can Thanks. And the same one that Chris ended up buying and Sheldon because they liked it so much.
Oh. My
Mike.
favorite thing is hearing Mike singing from the bathroom.
Mike, your bathroom songs. Top quality.
Oh, the Pain in My Veins song?
That's a bad one to hear from the bathroom.
Pain in my veins.
So, I gotta be honest, Brecken.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You couldn't handle that life, huh?
Well, I think Kyle might have linked the thing he was talking about.
I did.
What does he look like here?
Yeah, I'm on an octopus.
A vending machine?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I have seen those before. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Wait, hold on, Brecken, you
You just unscrew the top of this. Like, it's really small. Like, it fits like with the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
It's not big.
What's up?
You triggered like bullshit.
Just unscrew the mouthpiece, throw in like the busted up shit, and then turn it back on.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
told you about
I definitely have seen those
Brookdale
before.
vending
Then.
machine
It
experience.
is
Yeah.
super fucking convenient.
So we walked back from
But like a
class,
lot of people I know right now are using
like, 2
like
weeks ago.
the pens.
And there was another person who paid for one
Yeah.
Pringles.
I don't know
paid
if
for
they're
another
good or
Pringles,
not,
pushed
but
it out,
they've
so there's
used
one
them.
can laying, you can't open the
Like
door.
that fucking
and,
bubble
you know,
up shit.
Pringles, bubbles
Yeah.
off the shelf. And I'm like, Brookdale, fix your Pringles. I want Pringies before class, and you're not letting me have.
Something
Why?
with the oils being bad because people don't know how to make them properly.
Fair.
Sorry.
Okay.
Paige, I think he has to go OUT.
He goes in
It's 8:43.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because he keeps shaking his collar.
I took him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Dog is like, but I need to use potty.
Fuck, I forgot I ordered that food. I'm so happy with that.
Oh no.
Door, I'm picking him out at 9, so.
Okay.
Do you ever like wonder if Five Guys was actually started by 5 different people?
I would assume so.
Right.
See, I always thought it was like an orgy, and that's how they came up with it.
No, thank you.
I mean, but are they cute though?
Fair question. To be completely-
Okay.
I'm gonna assume the answer was no, because there was no like immediate
There was
bounce
no
back, you know. Yeah, I was gonna say that's plausible. What if they were like, yes, you know what this is missing? Burgers and fries. And then they were like, whoa, we're 5 guys, burgers and fries, let's start a restaurant.
It's like a potluck orgy.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, maybe it's bringing different things. Yeah, okay.
I like it.
Oh, God damn it. The hot dogs were a lot different back then.
Oh boy. You remember when we were at that part of the podcast before? We're back at the part.
Yes.
That's this part of the podcast.
It's like we're always here. It's like we never left.
Yeah.
You know, this is why like I remember the days where Jordan was on the podcast, and Jordan would just bring us to the dark place like right off the bat.
Oh, fucking, it's great though.
Yeah. It was. I appreciated those times.
Oh no! I got a little baby's butthole.
He did that. Yeah, that wasn't on the podcast at least.
Well, it is now.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, he didn't scream that at least on the podcast. I got dodgeable with that one.
How do you accidentally?
Because he blacked it within his
I
black
don't
hair.
know. So Kyle, like, Paige just asked, how does he accidentally Google that? I don't. He doesn't. He typed it out.
He literally typed it out. He was looking for something specific
Yeah.
and said, dude, this toilet looks like a baby's butthole.
Yeah.
The baby's butthole instead of the thing. And he's like, wait, no, what did I just do?
And he's just screaming, "I'm on a list!"
Yep.
Oh my god.
100%.
Yeah, honestly though, my favorite time of the week was being in TeamSpeak for when Jordan was in there drunk.
I can totally understand.
Some of the most comedic. So basically, how every night would go would be he'd get very drunk, yell at some random shit, and then he would give myself, Derek, and Chance pep talks about being the next generation of CS:GO players.
Yeah.
And how he was going to use his wisdom to teach us.
Oh.
And make because he's like, my time's over, guys.
Jesus. Went full coach mode.
Too
Okay.
old for the next time, too slow.
that would happen so often. Oh man. That's funny. It's a great time.
Why is this asshole like Stitchville?
You know, I'm just gonna say good old days, because those are some nice days where he would just full. Kyle, were you there when he blacked out?
Within his blackout?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was blackout drunk, right? And then he talked for like 3 hours straight, led the conversation, and then was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I think I blacked out. Have I said anything the last few hours?" And we're like, "You've been leading the conversation this entire time." And he's like, "Oh no."
I think we told him to play guitar, and he like bent down to go pick up his guitar, and then he just like woke up from it.
Yeah, so do you remember, like, is this a time where he was playing the guitar, but the guitar was not picking up on TeamSpeak? And we were acting like it was?
Oh, yeah, my
That's terrible. So you gaslit him.
Well, because he was so drunk, it's like, can he hear this? And we're like, yes.
Yeah. Wow, it's so good, Jordan.
There have been, like, 3 times tonight where I've gotten to this giggle fit from, like, I think something Mark said, something you said, Brecken, in this now. And I've gotten, like, little headaches each time, but it was worth it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I have a little headache. Here she is.
Aww.
Thank you.
That's what dating for 7 years got you.
Almost 8.
Almost 8.
Ew, we're old.
I hate to put either of you on the spot, but when is your when will it be 8?
December 30th.
Wow. He said it faster. Impressive.
She does have her mouth full.
It's true. I wasn't looking when I asked.
Kyle.
I missed it now.
I'll always be there to hear the ones that no one else
Yeah,
does.
Nathan always picks those out. Yeah. Oftentimes it's something I said and no one will hear it, and Nathan says,
I got you.
yeah.
A lot recently, it's just been like Kyle.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah. He's got to pay attention to what Kyle says, and Kyle will spit out gold.
It makes my job so much less fun.
Yeah, that's fair. What's wrong?
Oh no.
No.
I'm at the Death Knight level, and I didn't recruit Lazithia.
Death Knights are OP.
And I cannot go back.
So yeah.
This is a.
Are you playing like Frost or Nori or Spectre? No. Yeah.
I don't. Can I guess that you're speaking about WoW? So a lot of times, because Nathan and Kyle have both played a decent amount of WoW. When I say decent amount, Kyle's played like a few years worth of WoW, I believe. By that I mean it playtime.
A year, yeah. Yeah, playtime.
A year.
Okay. That's. I mean, wow.
So like.
It was like several years getting there. Right?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen in a. He didn't spend a year straight logged in. That would be really. that would just be impressive because that meant your internet never went out or anything either.
Yeah.
I only played, I think, 2 weeks of World of Warcraft, like ever. And I didn't want to play. I was forced to. And then I actually met really nice people. There was like this little like group, and they're like, "Oh, can you join my guild?" And I'm like, "I don't know what that is." And they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna join our guild." Was a founding member for some reason, and then I'm like,
You signed the charter.
My boyfriend at the time didn't want me to play with them because I was basically just there to heal him. And they're like, "Oh yeah," and then like my guilds like I had an intervention where they just like started flaming him like, "You can't tell her what to do. Let her play with us." And it was very heartwarming and sweet.
Yeah.
I did not know that World of Warcraft players were a friendly.
I don't know if
sweet
they
little
all are, but
No, not all. I mean, no.
bunch. No, those were. It
Yeah.
I
was,
didn't even
it
get
was
past the
pure.
character create, honestly.
I've never played WoW. Not
I
once.
haven't either.
My old guild leader sent me stuff in the hospital.
I will never play.
Called the gift shop. Had them bring shit up to my room.
You just so the thing is, you gotta find, you gotta do the right steps to find the right people. Because there will be people advertising for you to join their guild and sending you random guild invites. Do not join those guilds. Those are not the people you want.
See, like no one told me any of this when I played, so I had a terrible time. I mean,
Well, you met some nice people actually.
I did,
Which
I did, but it was really
very lucky.
like in the beginning playing on my own, just kind of trying to figure shit out and being like, well, I have one purpose.
Is that a 5 cost now?
Yeah.
The closest I ever came to playing anything like that was our friend Nick, who's been on the podcast before, and he's in the TeamSpeak a lot. Plays like a lot of Guild Wars too. And I made a character for like
Wait, who plays
grass
Guild Wars?
people. My friend Nick.
The grass people? I was a grass person too.
Yeah. So I named
What?
my character Hydroxide Plant.
Sylvan? Were they?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, mine's name was, I think, Sapling
Yeah.
instead of Sapling.
See, you know.
Oh, Guild Wars 2. Sorry, I put that too.
Yeah, I played it like once.
I was the same race as you.
You were the tree people,
Sylvan.
Yep.
I
Sylvain.
think that's their name.
I think it was as well.
Probably that sounds about right. I believe in Nathan's abilities.
What the fuck is Lux?
She's everything.
What is that?
Yeah, but I was really
everything.
proud of Hydroxide Plant.
Seventh?
I know you are.
I wouldn't be saying it now if I wasn't.
What the fuck is that?
I didn't
She's
tell. I was playing with Ryan, Nick,
Lewis' avatar.
Yeah, she's every element.
and I didn't tell them my username, and I said you'll see me.
And did they?
Yeah. It's one of my highlights in gaming, is being Hydroxide Plant.
That's fucking weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Not you, Tony.
I was really hurt for a second. I'm like, Kyle.
No, they changed this game, and now I have to learn it again.
Okay. So you're not upset at Hydroxide Plant?
I am.
Oh.
I'm a little upset.
Okay. I was proud of it.
No.
Were you proud of it, Brecken?
Yes.
Thank you. I need some sort of positive reinformation.
I know.
here. Someone needs to tell me that my decisions weren't all worthless.
Tony,
Yeah.
your decisions to date my sister were not worthless.
Oh.
Thank you.
High five.
Yeah.
Almost dated for 2 years. Yeah.
Oh, but she is your responsibility now, so have fun.
Hello.
So, Brecken, I don't know if I should alert you to this beforehand so you can prep yourself.
Yeah.
I got an air freshener in my car.
Is it off the mirror?
It's not the rear view mirror. It's on your side of, like, you know how my thing pulls out like that and like, you can clip it back in.
That's gonna be every car I
Yeah,
know.
so for the time being, it's there.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. So, as you guys probably guessed, Brecken smacks. Like a cat. Like, I have an air freshener in my car, and I'm
Can't
just...
compare it to a cat.
Not a
Okay, I
cat.
thought Tony was just over
Then what
shit.
is it like?
Anyway,
Cat.
okay.
Not a cat. It is like a compulsion.
A cat.
No.
Cats are compulsive to do.
Cat
No.
portion.
No.
I wasn't adding, I was just combining words. I saw an opportunity that was too good to pass up.
I liked it.
What would you compare it to?
I don't know. I'll find something.
Can I ask a real dumb question?
Yes.
Is the stream still going?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't know what time it is. It's almost 9.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Michael.
If I do finger guns on my cat, you'll jump at it.
That's adorable.
And run away.
I appreciate your cat. It's a good kitty. I also appreciate Nathan's cat too. Also good kitty.
Appreciate Penny as well. Yep.
Penny and Otis. Yeah.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
Mine's fucking stupid, but yeah.
Well, mine keeps pooping on the floor, so.
That's fair.
Well, this isn't a cat IQ contest, so don't worry, guys.
Whose is lower?
Yeah, it's about who's lower. Yeah.
He is starting to play fetch like a dog, which I'm okay with.
Oh yeah.
Penny will bring me a toy and I will throw it, and then he'll go bring it back.
Penny's done that since the day we brought her home. We were like throwing tennis balls, and Penny would kind of like chase after them a little bit, but the dogs were still kind of scared. So when we put the dogs away, we would like roll one of the tennis balls over to her, and she like pounced on it like she was playing goalie.
Nice.
I appreciate this.
Yep.
Yeah. Quality.
Yeah. I think the nice thing about her being a little punk is no matter what happens, she always takes refuge in my room.
Aww.
She's like my little buddy.
Aww.
So she can get in all sorts of trouble, and she won't be friends with Mom for a while. Come in here. She'll hang out and cuddle and stuff.
Aww. It's almost. I just can picture a world where it's to the point where Nathan purposely puts the cat and your mom in a situation where they're gonna get angry at each other.
I get to see this cat way more than anyone else. So
that's so cute. Does that mean the cat chose Nathan?
Oh, that's how it has to go.
Because don't cats choose someone?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my previous cat Milo did as well.
Aww.
This is a really cute story. We went to like the pound to get a cat.
Yeah.
And I was 2 years old, and my mom picked me up and held me in front of where Milo was being held. And I had this little stuffed animal duck with me that brought with me everywhere. And Milo reached out and grabbed the duck. So then we brought him home.
Oh.
Fucking Cinderella story right there.
Yeah.
My Milo just walked up to me and licked my face, like my whole ass face twice.
There you go.
I just washed it. I don't know how to feel.
Then wash it again.
I'm going to have to.
Aw, but he lives kiss.
Yeah.
Happiness.
That food's gonna be here soon, so I'm gonna go smoke.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to end tonight's podcast because we're actually at like an hour 47. Because my mic is actually perfectly where I can't see how long we've been on. So I actually have to like do a dance to look around it. So this has been episode 305 of Background Noise. Thank you guys for being on. Thank you anyone who's watching or watched. Get it, because it's going to be on YouTube too. So that's... okay. That's enough of that. Alright. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
There we go.